All right, now we're ready to finish up the lab. Now, there's just one last piece I have to tell you, I have to remind you guys. Because we're running the back test from the beginning of 2017 to February 12th of 2018, we want to calculate these ratios as of the end of 2016. Now, technically, we should calculate these ratios when we get their financial statements. Like Apple is end of September. If you look down the console, you'll have the dates of when the annual statements are done. Other stocks, they have different times of the year in 2016 or 2017 when the financial statements are done. We'll get to that complexity. Right now, we're just going to keep it simple. So because of the fact that we want to calculate these ratios at the end of 2016, we're not going to take the most recent data or the relative data after that. Like for example, here we need, this is an average of total receivables net, the numerator, so, or the denominator in this case, I'm sorry. If we're going to take 2016, every number needs to shift by 1, okay? So in this case, we'll take the second, we'll take this value, this day right here, which means that if I need the previous year's data to get the average, I need to take 2015 instead of 2016. So everything shifts, okay? With that in mind, I can now do my calculation, right? And basically, I'm going to get rid of BS right here. I'm going to use my variable BS, bracket. I'll show you how we deal with the dates. And now this will be in quotes. So 1 quote right here. And now the BS, from the BS label, we're going to grab the total receivables net because we know it's in balance sheet because I labeled it as balance sheet. Now, if I just do comma, empty, it will give me all 4 terms. Like if we go down here, right, total receivables in the balance sheet. I'm looking at the balance sheet right now. It's the balance sheet, total right here, total receivables not net, highlighted right here. If I just do comma blank, this is like a matrix. It's going to give me all 4 columns. I don't want all 4 columns. I want 2016. 2016 is the second column. Therefore, I do 2. Right? And this applies to here as well. Here, I'm just going to copy this now. Right? And the only difference is I just want to change this to 3 because for total receivables net, again, I take the average, right, for the denominator, and so I need to take 2015, which is the 3rd column. All right? I divide this by 2. Let me get rid of this bracket, make it a parenthesis, so it's proper now. And I'm done with that part. I'm done with that part. TR average is good here. TR average is just this variable right here. Here I need total revenue from income statement. Again, I'm going to do the same thing from before. IS, bracket, quote, bracket. And here, because I didn't stipulate which one, which date I want it, so that means we could just take the most recent one. Again, I don't want the most recent one. I want the end of 2016, so I'm going to take the second one. I divide that by TR average, and I'm good there. I divide that by 365, and I have my first ratio. And again, I need to do the same thing again for the second part. But what I'm going to do, I'm just going to copy this part, make my life easy, and shift a value. So this becomes TR average 2. This becomes 3. This becomes 4. This becomes 2. This becomes 3. This becomes 2. This becomes 2. This becomes 2. And now I have my ratio 1 and 2, and now I have my DSRI. Now I need to create vectors. I'm going to go through and create, change the variables, and I'll create vectors to append each one of the values. So we're done at the end. All right. So this is income statement, IS. Comma, 2, and we need total revenue from the income statement as well. All right, and this is going to be the same thing, but the previous year as well. Again, these are indexes. So remember, indexes are always ratios that are normalized from a previous time period. All right, and this will be 3, 3. All right, 2 ratios down. 6 more to go. AQI, a lot more going on here. All right, so I'm going to do this is balance sheet. Change this to parenthesis over here. All right, and this is going to be total current assets. It's going to be property plant equipment.